Hey guys, Meteorologist Chris Tomer here with this morning mountain weather update. All right, let's go to radar first. And again, this is where all the moisture is going to stay for probably the next 4 days through the 31st. Washington, Oregon, British Columbia, but keep in mind it is very warm with this. The freezing levels are going to be moving up from like 5 to 8,000 feet, maybe 9,000 feet at times. So exceptionally warm. You got to go to the highest elevations to get snow out of this. What you see across the Intermountain West, a ridge of high pressure, that will continue to dominate the pattern through the 31st. Then things turn much more interesting. Here are my bullet points this morning. Here's what I'm seeing. So high pressure, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico, today through the 31st. With high freezing levels in the Pacific Northwest, like I was saying, Washington, B.C., all included in that, and even in the interior states, even though we have no precip, it's going to be dry, Colorado, Utah, we're looking at freezing levels, potentially 8 to 11,000 feet. Talk about having an effect on the snowpack. All right, so the pattern shift for the first week of February is definitely still in the cards. Still watching the storm track, like I've been saying the last 3 or 4 days. You have to watch the track of each individual low pressure to determine where the distribution is of heaviest snow. I'll show you what I'm thinking this morning. In the Northeast, you've got some snow this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow, moderate accumulations, and then some light snow, 2-1 through 2-2. All right, let me take you back. I want to show you water vapor satellite imagery this morning. And again, here is that rich flow. All of it being directed up into the Pacific Northwest and BC for the time being, with that little ridge of high pressure kind of sitting up here over the Intermountain West, kind of protecting everything rotating around that high. It's not the strongest of highs, but it's definitely warming things up here across the West and keeping Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, New Mexico on the drier side. And then you've got your big trough back here. You can see the low pressure spinning. All of this will get released with the subtropical jet, and it becomes a major player on after 2-1. So that first week of February, it becomes the dominant player. All right, here's the forecast radar and satellite. So that's the situation by this afternoon. High and dry across the Intermountain with all the moisture being directed Pacific Northwest and BC with high snow levels. Here's late 1:30, and then watch 1:31. This is really when that trough of low pressure and the subtropical jet begins to move in. And by 2-1, the door is wide open. Here comes the moisture. The first area of low pressure is a major one, moves into the Intermountain West, and you can see what happens. It does get progressively colder. So it's very warm upon arrival, but then as time goes on and as this pattern settles in, that first week, it does get colder across the Intermountain West. So that's 2-2. You can see the forecast radar and satellite widespread areas of precipitation. Let's go to 2-4. As that storm system progresses, becomes a major player in Colorado, an area of low pressure may develop and enhance the snowfall across the state of Colorado with snow all the way down into Denver. And again, this is 2-4. Snow across the Intermountain. Now, I want to show you the next storm system on its heels. Here's 2-5. Comes off the Pacific, central to northern California. Heavy snow across the Sierra. And this one's got a little bit of cold air with it as well. So, again, progressively colder with each storm system. This one comes in. That's on 2-5. Let me show you 2-6. Here's 2-6. Moves into Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, Idaho, Montana. So it's definitely sort of a 1-2 storm combo. Once we get the jet in, the pattern established, 2 areas of low pressure ride it all the way in. All right, here's the jet. So this is 2-1. The door opens up, and you've got the one storm right on the nose of that jet streak, and you can kind of see the trough. By the time we get into 2-6, there's another storm coming in. I showed you that on 2-5. It's coming out of central to northern California. The trough will help to move it into Utah, Idaho, Wyoming, Colorado, and New Mexico. So snowfall by period, the rest of today through the 31st, nothing across the Intermountain West. And what you see across California comes late on 1:31. Everything else, you got to go up to the Pacific Northwest and BC, very high up. There's going to be a lot of precipitation up there, but it's just so high up, it's not going to show up on the mid-mountain snow forecast. It's too high. And so that's really the issue. Second phase, it does turn colder. Again, 2 potential storm systems here being factored into these numbers, 2-1 through 2-6, 1 to 2 feet for a lot of areas. Anywhere in purple is going to be a foot or more, and that's a lot of places. Keep in mind, in Colorado, you get enhancement from an area of low pressure that develops down in the southeast sector of the state. All right, let's go up to the northeast, 128 through 26. You can see the numbers again, some moderate accumulations this afternoon, tonight, tomorrow, and then light snow, roughly 2-1 and 2-2. All right, guys, that's going to do it for this morning mountain weather update. We'll end on this map. This is what gives us hope. This still looks like a very interesting and exciting period. Take care and have a great day, guys.